Alrighty, legends. Here as the game's kicking off. G'day, legends. TJC Sports here. Welcome back to another legendary NRL live stream reaction here. Today we're reacting to the Cronulla Sharkies versus the St. George Illawarra Dragons. Obviously, the Dragons are underdogs in this one. However, remember, anything can happen, especially in a rivalry game here. Obviously, traditionally very close to each other, hence the rivalry here. They'll want nothing more than to get the top one over the other in this game here. Hope you're all enjoying. Make sure to hit that like button if you do, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Should be in for a ripper of a one here. Obviously, Kyle Flanagan, Dragon 270, a former Cronulla Sharky himself in this one. As per lineups, legends, William Kennedy, by the way, running into the line there for the Cronulla Sharks' best set. A minute gone by, the Sharks get the ball from Dragons. William Kennedy at fullback with Sione Katoa and Renato Militalo on the wings. The centers are Moen Hiroti and Jesse Ramian with Braden Trindle and Nicholas Hines in the halves. Vanua Blake and Oregon Kafusi will be our legendary back guys there. 1 second. I'm looking at the background and realizing I never changed that, did I? Still Dolphins in that. Brayley, here's Hines. Gula in the tackle, going around here. Last play Sharks right now, legends. Trindle going around here. Just looking for the background so I can put that over there. Apologies for the disorganization a little, legends there. Guffo now at the ball. He's going to cop play tonight. Obviously, I think this is his first game in this fierce rivalry between these two sides here. Only time will tell if he lives up to the pressure, because there is a lot of pressure here on him here. And there we go. Too easy. Boom, wada bang. Shling bloom. Let's take a look at the chat here, legends, in a second after we've got finished off lineups. Wilson and Nikora are the second rowers with McInnes at lock. Round the left they run. Jesse Colaquin, Talakai, Braden Hamlin, ULA, and Toby Rudolph are on the interchange. As for the visiting side, the Dragons, we've mentioned Guffo with Nathan Lawson and Tyrell Sloan on the wings. Nick Sue, we're going to call him, is in setters with Moses Sully, LKT, and Carl Flanagan in the halves. Emre Gula and David Clemmer props, Damien Cook at 9. Leilua and Couchman in the second row, Jack DeBellin at lock. The interchange is Jacob Little, Hamish Stewart, Loco Pacifica Tonga, and Hame Sele, legends. Battle of Craig Fitzgibbon versus Shane Flanagan here. Many calling out Flanagan for his tactical display versus the Brisbane Broncos, who absolutely obliterated them. They're not going to want that to happen again tonight, repeating their mistakes. Clearing it in. Hines with the first kick of the night here, and it lands beautifully in the hands of the Dragons here. Roxy's first. Good on you, Roxy. Hello, says Brianna. Hello, Brianna. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Tyler, Billy Spader made the decision dropping Daly Cherry Evans. I know, huge call, man. Huge call, Liam. Tyler Mitchell Moses ruled out for game 2. Yes, he is, Liam, and that is a toughie to, look at, but I'm happy as an Origin fan. I'm not happy as a Para fan, though. Not happy at all. Hello, Krishan. Welcome to the stream. I think Dragons are going to win, says Jackie. Do you, Jackie? Well, maybe, just maybe, they'll get the win. Good clearance from the Dragons here. One of their regular try scorers there. We go to Kennedy now. Plenty of X factor in this guy. He's definitely not a top 5 fullback for me, but he's up there as a solid one. Never really fails here in his role, does he? William Kennedy, legends. SS Storm fan says, g'day, SS Storm fan. Welcome to the stream. Oh, it wasn't a great loss, Liam, but at the end of the day, we fought hard, just didn't get the result. Hello, says George. Hello, George. Welcome to the stream, mates. Sharks 13 plus, first try scorer, Bryson Decora in his 150th game, mate. His 150th game being this one is huge when you consider Cronulla and that. Good on him. Cronulla Sharks win a penalty here, and now with Hiroti, we tap and go here, through to the right now. The Dragons tackling him to the ground. With a full set here, the Sharks on the Dragons' 40. Can they do it? Oh, that was almost a spill there from Trindle, but he just about managed to spin and get it all. Spindle, Braden Spindle, legends. Nico Hines Obviously, it's a great halves partnership the Sharks have of Heinz Beans and our boy Pringles. Heinz Beans and Pringles for the win. Round the middle then. They've got an angle here potentially. Cronulla Sharks, an angle. Can't break through. Back round. Blake Brayley trying to squeeze through the middle there. He can't quite find it. Now last play. Just 15 away. Trindle the Pringles. Hits it to Monotalo. Beautiful catch there from the Dragons. Flanagan gets them out of jail in the most fashionable of ways. Dragons back round middle here. Sloan going alone. Trying to make up the tough yards for his team here. So what do you think of Cam Munster as new Queensland captain? I would have personally gone with Paddy Carrigan, legend, but I'm a firm believer in Backy State. So I guess we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Sharks will win 36-18. George jumps in with a specific prediction. Legend, I felt sad after because no Mitchell Moses. Oh, it's a shame, man. But at the end of the day, we've won without him before. Hawkins is going to give 100% in the role until he's back. Especially, if we end up having to not have him. They don't know the severity of the injury yet, from what I read. Now the left here, past the halfway line, Cronulla Sharks dubbing themselves forward now, taking it on here. Going on his own now, Wilton actually here. Shout out to Nikora though, playing his big milestone game here. Here he is, the milestone boy, stepping around, pass one, pass two. Gets over to Katoa. And Katoa through the middle here. It's been a while since that hasn't been Stone Street in that position. Nico Hines hits it in the air again here. Lots of chase again. Do they shove the Dragon off potentially? We'll see in a sec, but for now, it's a try for Hiroti. The Sharks are over as it stands right now, but only time will tell. It's up to the referee whether this is a try or not. Watch the replay. I feel like he jumps over himself there, but I'd still go up to the bunker and be certain of that. Edwin says Jason Reader, Sharks 1-12. Sharkies 1-12 is our boy Jason Reader's mighty prediction. Don't forget to drop yours if you want to. Why Billy the Kid put there at luck? Yes, I'm starting, I know, but he's not ready. We'll see. SS. I don't think Lara should have been there either, but there's not much we can do about an SS. If you're a Queensland fan, you stand by him and you hope that Billy's made the right decision. I'm looking forward to Roosters versus Knights. You're looking forward to every Roosters game, legends. Surely they'll go up. Yeah, they'll go up. I was going to say, there's no way they don't go up. In Jersey, Flag Eagles are going to face Warriors in Kellyville. Yes, they are, mate. Yes, they are. Remember, legends, to talk about the game. Yeah, he puts Flanagan out of the contest. I thought it was pretty obvious at the time. Yeah. All right, legends. For now, the bunker decision is pending, but we're going to have to say no try in a second, I reckon. And thanks for watching. No try. 0-0 it remains. No first try for us tonight here between the Sharks and the Dragons. Dragons will take the penalty now. Here we go. The Fire Breathers versus the Sharks, who will reign supreme on top, legends. Now through the middle here. Grounded. Past the 30 now, getting to their own 40 before going down. For those at home that want to envision the game, that aren't actually watching it, by the way, Dragons are going from the right of your screen, running towards the left to score, and the Sharks are coming from the left, running towards the right to score, all right? Right now, Sharks are defending those, so imagine that on your tallies, if you have those. All right, fourth tackle here, Dragons. Past that 40 again here, they get it down on the ground. I don't like the buy. None of us like the buy, legend. In fact, you know what? My bold prediction for this week is everybody but Para is going to lose to the buy. That's right. Only 2 points for Para on the board. There you go. Oh, not a sound you like to hear when you're the one giving it away. It's a whistleblower, and the referee will give a penalty to the Cronulla Sharkies. Luciano Leilua losing his cool a little, not thinking about it too hard there. All it takes a little to be played like a fiddle. And now the Dragons will defend on the Sharkies' 40 right now. Tackle one here. Cronulla Sharks. They force forward now. To the ground they go. Obviously, legends. Game 2 and Game 3 of Origin coming up in the future. My birthday is actually the day before Origin Game 2, so hopefully they can give me a late birthday gift. The legendary Queenslanders with a victory over the Blues. If you want the Blues to win, though, obviously you can look forward to that. Rayleigh Bruder Trindle and Pringle Trindle is over. The Sharks are swimming fresh in the salty sea. What a try there, breaking through that line as if it was as thin as paper. The ribbon has been cut. We finally have our first try of the night within about 10 minutes, with Trindle making it 4, potentially 6 in just a moment here, legends. And you could not ask for a better opening try in a derby. Here we go. Waiting on the potential conversion here. Obviously, it is a home field advantage for the Sharkies right now at PointsBet Stadium, or as it's currently called, Shark Stadium. However, usually when it comes to rivalry games, that doesn't always matter. Despite that, the Sharkies seem to be using it well. 9 try assists in 2025. He's decided to do this one himself. Hides Beans to finish what Pringle started. He does it! The Beans to the Ringles. We have 6. We have 6 thanks to the number 6 and 7. 6-0 against the Dragons. St. George Illawarra Dragons and their captain Clint Gufferson are going to have to rally together from behind. It's bad news Bulldogs are leading the comp. Oh, yeah, that's a shame, Liam. But, at the end of the day, we should only be focusing on us right now. Do I despise the Dogs? Absolutely. But, if we dwell too much on where they are on the ladder, we're just giving them what they want, which is toxicity, their pleasure off of our sadness. We're not going to let that happen, man. We're going to show them just how little we're in their head, that they're in our heads compared to them. Because we're not that petty. Who's excited for Origin Game 2? I am, Jason, mate. I am. Up the Panthers, says Nelson. Ooh. Sharks. Round to the right side here. Sharks now on their own 20. Going over to Nakora, the milestone man here. Taylor May off to the Rabbitohs. Well, the combo to Rabbitohs isn't confirmed, I'm pretty sure, is it? But, Taylor May off to Tigers. Crazy stuff. You just got to get Tyrone and you've got the complete set, legend. Dogs have a great team like Critter, Crush, and Jerry Montilla. Exactly. I say we just focus on ourselves. We'll see how it, we've got some great kids that have come through and are coming through. Iongi and Riley Smith are just the opening, Give it time. There's plenty to look forward to. All right, beyond the 30. Second tackle, we go to Sloan alone here. Sloan around. Dragons just 10 short of halfway. Flanagan back around. Staying on side here. Flanagan finds the way over to Clemmer here. The former Dragon, nice head Bulldog there. Did I miss anybody? Far kick to the right now. Speedy chase from the Dragons. Plenty of pressure. The number 4 goes down, claiming he was pushed. Roll! Nano Mulatalo does not care. He keeps running here. And Mulatalo nearly pants, somewhat pants. And down he goes. Back around. Keeps pushing forward here. Getting it around. The Sharks just slightly short of halfway. They get past halfway now. Nico forcing forward here. Nicholas Hines goes to the ground on fourth. William Kennedy to Fanua Blake. That was forward borderline there, but Oregon Kafusi and the ref seemingly say it's fine. Now it's Wilton running here. I'm convinced that was a forward pass. I don't really know how that isn't forward, but you know. A good high kick at the left here. Here it goes around Mulatalo, and the Dragons get the ball again here. A good take from Clinton Gufferson. Sloan. One of the things the Dragons have to do, and it's something that's tough at times when you're not considered the favourite, is not panic after being the first to concede here. Happens all the time in rivalry games. Usually the team that wins, though, is the team that can keep the most cool of heads. And that's just what's happened here. St. George Illawarra Dragons, or the Dargans as we love to call them, win themselves a penalty now. I'm surprised teams don't offload more. He had a huge opportunity there. The only team I wish offloaded less was Para. All right. Back through the left here. Yeah, I don't think that's been confirmed yet. I'm hoping the Wires, Canberra and Dogs to lose game 2, games to lose. Okay. If Dargans win, they overtake Penrith automatically. Well, then hopefully they win, legends. Now Sully, past the halfway line, through the middle he goes, rushing forward down. Held down the ground. Parramatta's versus Titans. I'll see you there, Liam. I'll see you there in our normal seats. Kafusi, good tackle from him. Cook now running around. Damien Cook back to the right. Obviously, Cook, it's a bit of a return home here, obviously. After he started his career at them, runs around. Damien Cook is going to go alone and score for the Dragons in a bit of individual brilliance. And what a homecoming it has been for him. Damien Cook makes it 6-4 and opens up a huge opportunity here for the Dragons to equalise. The doors of a comeback open for all to see. They're certainly not locked out. Damien Cook, was there a bit of luck with the Sharks' defence getting confused? Yeah, absolutely. But sometimes you need a bit of luck to get the job done. And Damien Cook absolutely smashes it there. Obviously, we're used to seeing him in the red and green, but I'm sure he's starting to turn heads in the red V. He's just so fast. The former South Sydney Rabbitoh and briefly Canterbury Bankstown Bulldog, as well as New South Wales Blues centre, has pulled off a brilliant play there. That's cool, legend. Remember to keep it to rugby league focus, though. If combo to Rabbitohs is true, then the Buddies will actually be dangerous. If Buddies get combo, Latrell should go to... Should... I'll tell you right now, legend, Nelson. I'll tell you right now. You won't ever see Latrell going to Panthers, legends. That's just not how he is. It's just not how he is. He's very, very Tari and Indigenous and all that folk. He just, yeah. As someone who's very familiar with the Mitchells and all that, yeah, you won't see Latrell ever going to Panthers. Even Parr's a bit of a stretch, not going to lie, legend. But would be cool, wouldn't it? If Buddies didn't want him. Would be cool. So I think Matt Burton should have been. Well, they've gone with Jerome Luai, legend, but yeah, absolutely. I think Matt Burton's been hugely disrespected by the Blues to not be selected at 5'8". To be honest, when Marcelo came to the Bulldogs, the Dogs have come where they are at the moment. Yeah, but like I feel like he's just one of the signings. He's not. I don't call him the signing that made the difference. You know what I mean? Like Montoya's just a great winger that they signed. Anyways, legends, 6-all here as we kick off again. St. George Illawarra Dragons and Sharks putting up some brilliant tries. And you know what's so funny? Both of them were kick-started by their incredible hookers. To DeBellin, through the middle here. Huge leadership in him. Obviously talked about as a potential Dragons captain before they landed on who they did. We go to the right. Cook around. Gufferson. Gufferson held. Cook. To the right. Flanagan here. The former Newtown Jets. Hits it to Kennedy here. Kennedy around now. William Kennedy gets in and around. Keeps pushing forward here. Mulatalo. Strong defense from him around. Hides to the right. Over to Ramian. Ramian. Past he goes. Held back. Steph jumps in the chat. Hey, Steph, long time no see. Hope you're doing amazing, legend. Good to have you here. It was a good try, absolutely. Very good. Kind of impressive. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet, legends. Fourth tackle now becomes fifth here. Sharks to the right. Brayley hides. Hides in the air. Hides goes high. Here we go. Sharks bouncing around and let it bounce. He kicks it. That is a very interesting play. And it ends up with the Dragons here. And it's a good run here from the debutant here for the St. George Illawarra Dragons there. They're number 21 actually. Nick Sugranis, maybe. The ball bounces here, but they're going to say that it was fine from the Dragons. You'll get our revenge against the Sharks when we play them in 3 weeks' time. Maybe you will, SS. Maybe you will. Sully. Moses Sully, watch him go! If only Guppo was behind the player, it would have been an amazing run. Back to Flanagan. Clemmer now. Clemmer, here he goes. Solid prop. Flanagan. Gufferson kicking for Sloan. And Sharks got it through here. Mulatalo, and now they get the ball back. Clint Gufferson looking around for the defense. Probably should have grabbed at that play, not going to lie, the Dragons, if they wanted to make the most of that opportunity there. But nah, that's not what they do here. And with nearly 20 minutes gone by, there's about 10 seconds. You might as well say 20 minutes gone by. They held it out. SS Storm fan, don't even respond to the comments when they're not good comments. Just immediately remove them, mate. You got that power as a mod. All right, either that or just ignore them. But at the end of the day, you don't need to reply to them. I didn't. Alrighty here. All so close there, but missed out on being a 40-20. Couldn't break through there. Yeah, that's late contact on the kicker. I'm surprised. That's almost identical to a bidding. I'm surprised that they haven't called up on that. Really surprising. I'm in shock they're not looking at the contact there. That's wow. That's inconsistency right there, legends. Inconsistency at its finest. Dragons around, passes back to Gufferson. Gufferson around now. Clinton Gufferson going to the ground here. Plays it at it. Then Cook. DeBellin. LKT looking for the pass. He couldn't quite find it before going to the ground there. Luciano Leilua now. Bets away from Hines here. Sharks wrap the ball up here. Could we see an offload coming soon? Kicks it in the air. Kyle Flanagan here. Around he goes. And William Kennedy knocks the ball on there. The fullback born in Bathurst, New South Wales, currently with no hair, loses the ball. Goodness me, and with very little pressure too. Unfortunate from him. That would be a double knock on and it's Dragons ball. Played over 100 games for the Sharkies. 120 before tonight. And also won for the Indigenous All-Stars in 22. We've got some big setters in our comp here. We go to the left. King Togia through the line. There he goes. All good, mate. So Corey Clark has signed an NRL contract with the Penrith Panthers. Good for him, legend. Good for him. I hope he does well. Offload to Flanagan here. Gets it to Clemmer now. David Clemmer through the middle here. All right, George. King Togia through the middle they go. Over to Gula here. Mostly known for his time at the Raiders. Back through the left. Can they hit the front here? The Dragons. Gupperson. Over to Lawson. Here he goes. And the momentum just couldn't do it for him now. Shout out. Obviously, we do have a stream going on tomorrow, legends, when we have the Gold Coast Titans taking on the Manly Sea Eagles. That will be live on the channel as well. Be on the lookout for that. Followed by Saturday when we have 2 streams, which are going to be amazing. Tyrell Sloan taken out of play. Sharks counter now. Sharks counter now off of a bad offload. Wilson gets to the 20 here. Obviously, Knights, Roosters, and Cowboys, Dolphins on Saturday, and Rabbitohs, Bulldogs on Sunday. They're all happening here on the channel, legends. We're going to make up for the missed few weeks of streaming. Getting in and around now. Held to the right here. We go around. Kept back in it. Nicholas Hines. In about. You got to follow your arms here. Nicholas Hines. Hines around to Ramian. Ramian putting his arms up here. Ramian looking for it here. Playing it now on the last here. Trindle. Hits it in the air. I'll do one for a final, legend, but we don't do one for the regular games as it takes up too much time, legend, especially when we're going to be doing the NRLW as well, legend. With us doing the NRLW, there is just no time to also be doing all of the junior ranks. We will do junior ranks if they make final. We'll do the finals probably for them, but we're not going to be doing the actual regular games, legend. So in terms of regular games, you get NRL and you get NRLW on here. Also Origin, obviously. That's a little bit different, though. I had the crowd as we were just comparing when we heard the says Chad I don't go yelling, let's go Eels. Yeah, the Dogs fans were insane at that game. Jackie says, hey guys. Hello, Jackie. Welcome to the stream. Hey. Sam Walker won't play his first game for the Roosters, broke his bum. Yes, he did, mate. He cracked it and snacked it. And now the Roosters won't back it. They've lost out on having him anytime soon. Well built and strong right now, both sides here. The Dragons, Wiberpan run through the 40 here on the Sharks end and are held back. Dragons, round to the right here. All good, mate. Welcome to the stream. 25 away here for the Dragons. Back over to DeBellin here. DeBellin, forward now he goes here. And DeBellin held back, 15 out. Cook goes to the right here with Clemmer now. David Clemmer. Forced out forward now. David Clemmer held back. Last play. 5th tackle. Dragons round the left. Togia. He's thrown off. Togia goes alone. Here he goes. He's got it. Is that a try for Togia? He's burst out 5'8" in the NRL. Obviously scored one versus the Roosters at halfback. There we go. There we go. Togia. The Dragons lead after trailing by 6. And there we have it. The Sharkies, the modern faders. Pulls himself out and the reach. Yep, he gets it on the line. Impressive. Truly impressive. 10-6 with a kick to come here. Hurt his calf. Yeah, we saw that. We've talked about that, legend. Not great that Mitchell's hurt his calf, but I just hope it benefits Origin. I just hope it benefits Origin, legends. Indeed. Oof. All good, CSS. Daily Cherry Evans was so filthy being drops for the Queensland team. I know, man. I know. He would be filthy, man. But at the end of the day, I think he was also a little disrespected. He was our halfback for nearly 10 years for Queensland. I feel like he deserved a one-on-one meeting, but that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, credit where it's due. Hopefully, we win game 2. Here come the Dragons to take our boy in the chat, Katuku's favorite thing here, the 2 points. Because, I quote, we never disrespect the 2 points here on the channel. 12-6 now, the scoreline. Bling, bling, buttoning, shing, shing, ping. Awesome, Steph. Awesome. Of course they need to be swimming. They need to swim, legends. They need to swim, all right? They need to swim because if they don't, man, they're not going to have the upper arm strength. It's all part of the plan, our master plan to beat the Blues. The Blues is I'd say mighty, but they're not so mighty. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see, mate. Ultimately, I do what I do. I do what I do at the end of the day, and whatever ends up happening, ends up happening. 12 points to 6. The Dragons lead after going 6-0 down in what was a brilliant try created by Blake Brayley for Trindle to finish off. Nicholas Hines also getting the conversion. Dragons on the first, become the second here, running forward now. Held on the ground. Oh, you can hear that through the television screen. Jack DeBellin will be smelling the grass with that one. Okay, T. Round to Luciano Leilua now. Luciano Leilua there. The former Tiger. He's got the eye of the dragon now. Not the Tiger, legends. Been strong, clever today. Done a lot of good push forwards here for the side. Dragons kicking from outside the 40. Go to the right with Renato Mulatalo there to support. Fends off another. Or I'd like to look at the run percentage from Renato Mulatalo after this half because I'm certain that it would be quite high, even by his standards. Brilliant for Queensland, 30 years. He has been, Liam. He has been brilliant for Queensland, but at the end of the day, age is a funny thing, isn't it? Up the wires, Latrell down to feed into the wires. Dang right, because there you go. Dang right. We're in Dragons territory now, finally, for the Sharkies here. Cronulla forward now. Now Brayley hits it in the air to the left here. In the air, I think the Dragons have got this. Yes, they do. But out of play, is he? Is he out of play? No, he's not. So lucky. Cronulla Sharks with a good piece of defense there. Sharks, second tackle. Keep the Dragons in their own 10 here. Round to the middle now. Luai and Cleary reunite. Oh, that's going to be an epic clash, Stephanie. We are live stream reacting Origin on the channel. Obviously, Queensland fan. Look forward to it, legends. Back to the left here, Dragons. Around the 30 here. Get to the 40. DeBellin held back in it now. And then it's Little's job to push forward here. He's looking for the kick here. Over to the right now. And 15 out. It's collected by Cronulla. William Kennedy gets the ball here. Kennedy runs forward now. Over to the 20 where he'll be held back. Don't forget, legends, if you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Helps out a lot and lets you keep up to date with the legendary content. Obviously, last 2 weeks, we also haven't had prediction videos, but those will be back next week. It's just the first week it wasn't doable due to personal time, and the second time it isn't doable because of it wasn't doable because Monday the turnaround was just too short for me, legends. So sorry about that. Had to get the vlog out to you, legends. So there you go. All right, next week it returns. All right, because obviously I've got no vlog to edit. Vanilla Blake going around here. We'll also have an Origin prediction coming up for you because we didn't do one game one. We got to do one game two. Trindle hits it in the air on fifth tackle. I think Dragons have got this one too. Yes, they do. Tackle in the air, definitely. Yeah. Referee saw it. It was a soft one, but it's a penalty. Yeah, watch it. Watch it here. Oh, it's very tight. It's a very tight call, but there you go. I'm slowly becoming. Slowly, you are, legend. Slowly, ever so slowly. Oh, don't stress about it, Rihanna. All right, don't stress about it. All right, you didn't know what. Yeah, what you don't know, it doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, I'm just saying I already said it, but I'll say it again for you. You know, that's all, legend. And oh, it's spilled! Dragons counter, Gumperson! Past the 20 to the 40! Oh, clever run! Here we go, Guffo. And he's going to tap and go again. No, the ref is going to say, come back. You can't tap and go. What's going to be? 10? What? Was that a 10 in the bin? He's in the bin. Jesse Ramey, it's in the bin, legends. Professional foul for holding Gufferson down. Let's see it. Let's see it. Yeah, he held him too long, deliberately. Yeah, professional foul. And Dragons get the ball on the 30 of the Sharks area. Well, what a big moment in the game this is. 8 minutes to go and 2 seconds, if you want to be specific, until halftime here. It's only a 6-point difference, but with that extra man, that can make all the difference here. Majority of that bid is going to be in this half here. Round the middle. You love to hear it, Liam. I love converting people. Good on you, legends. Little. Held. Cook. Gets it to Flanagan. DeBellin! Jack DeBellin will score! And the Dragons make the most of being a man up. He puts some sort of heart sign to the crowd. 16-6. Winner kick to come. Jack DeBellin is dispelling a try or assembling the defense. He took them apart like for ages 12 and up Lego set right there. Or I guess 12 and under, depending on how you want to look at it. In the land down under, he scores down under the Cronulla Sharkies. Seriously, modern faders. I'm calling it now, the Cronulla Sharks. 16-6. Winner kick to come. Here come the Dragons. Katika, you were right. Six Dragons have forgotten what team what you want to win. I really don't care who wins, legends, at the end of the day, but I will throw out there that if I had done a tipping video, I probably would have tipped the Sharks. All right, legends? Just putting it out there. I would have tipped the Sharks. Probably. I'll put that out there in all honesty. But Dragons are winning right now. So right now, I'd say that was a bad tip. However, I also don't really mind. You know, it's not like it hurts Para. Can they extend their lead here? Kyle Flanagan hits the ball, and maybe in another world, he's the Sharky 7 tonight. Instead, he's the Dragons at 7, and he gets 2 more on the board. 18-6 now. What happened ever since that Blake Brayley try over to Trindle? What happened? What happened? What have they done? They've just completely fallen off here, legends. Speaking of falling off, you know, one thing that is a bit of a fall off, not having a tip here on the chat. So here we go. We need to put a poll up. Who's winning? You guys will be able to put your own answers in a second here. Sharks, boom, Dragons. AKA Dragons. There you go, legends. Drop your votes now on the poll that is officially up on the stream here for you to do. Back round to the right here. St. George Illawarra Dragons. Wouldn't it be crazy if they got another, 5 minutes to go? Oof. Crazy stuff so far here. We go to the right with Little. Little gets around now. Little held. Back round to Luciano. Luciano gets up for it here, and Luciano will be held back here. Back to the right then. Clint Gupperson leaves the ball here for Cook to cover up. Plenty of boost from the crowd. They weren't happy with the call there of carry on. Little now. It's a kick in the air from Flanagan here. Over to the right now. Didn't play too many games for the Sharks, Carl Flanagan, but he did play enough to be considered a former Cronulla Sharky. I think most people know him from his first day at the Roosters and then obviously the really disappointing spell at the Bulldogs, right, Legends? But he did play for the Sharkies, and he did play, wasn't quite enough to have 2 numbers on it, but he played 9 games, scoring 1 try for the Sharkies. He also kicked 19 goals, Legends, amassing a total of 42 points for them, the least in his career for a team. The next lowest is for the Dragons that he currently plays for right now. Daddy Shane isn't putting enough points on him right now for our boy Daddy's boy. To the 20 now. Sloan takes it comfortably here. Held on the ground. Back pass to the 30 now. Oh, forceful run there from the debutants for the Dragons there. The number 3 with the name that I will never be able to pronounce unless the commentators say it's there. Nick Sugradis. Now through the middle. We got Little. Jacob Little, middle, recently, I believe, or at least if he hasn't yet, is on the verge of signing a multi-year deal with the Dragons. Little to the right, Little to the left, it's Flanagan, and it's going to be a changeover. Flanagan messing it up there. The halfback not quick enough to judge his surroundings. And there we go. Adam Fanua-Blake through the middle here. A ferocious bloke, as that's what it stands for totally. AFB Legends. Back around here. In total, this will be the... Obviously, we have a couple former players from both sides. We were talking about before Carl Flanagan, former Sharky, but we can't forget another one here as the Sharkies fail a 40-20 here. He's one of my favorite Sharkies ever. I think you all know him. It is the 31-year-old from Sydney, New South Wales, South Sydney Rabbitoh Jr., Cameron McInnes, Legends. The former Bunny and Dragon legend. Obviously, current Sharky and a real leader for them, playing 87 games. But that's less than he played for the Dragons. 88 will be tonight for him. He played 91 for the Dragons, to put that in perspective. So he's more a Dragon than a Sharky right now, Mr. McInnes. Maybe he'll win his 218th game versus them, but it'll take a comeback here. Round the middle, the center goes. Radis held. We go to the left now, running around. They're a bit unsure where to go here, the Dragons. Loose pass, LKT, gets it to Luciano. Then to Moses Sully, who takes off with speed here. Sully trying to beat everyone. He can't find anything. And it'll be a play of the ball for the Sharks. 1 minute and a half to go. Surely he was trying to get that ball away, but he just couldn't. His teammates just weren't receivable. A great opportunity squandered. Right, Cronulla Sharks now. Through to the left, Fanua-Blake. Here we go. Now it's Talakai's job. Obviously, CSC for Talakai, famous for having one of the best 40 minutes we have ever seen on a rugby league field versus Manly. Nice upload to Kalu here. He goes forward. Kaloon. The Looney Kaloon Legends. It's the Kalooney Toon Show. Yes, it's the Nico Hines. And Hines will play it on the last. Held there Now running forward here. We got 35 seconds till we're at halftime here. The ball bounces for Dragons now. And Sharks actually end up with it. Was there any touch? There was a touch. It's play on here for the Sharks. Can they get a try before halftime here? Even though they're a man down. Sharks run forward here. Wilton gets it to Cologne. Cologne gets it to Hines. 12 seconds on the clock. Brayley. Trindle with the grubber there. Is he blocked off? Plenty of chase. And Wilton reckons he scored it. I disagree from what we saw, but Wilton screams blind Freddy with confidence that he got that. And we're going to go up to the bunker to decide if the Sharks have put the game on its head here. Bunker decision will be pending there. Is Trindle taken out illegally? That's the big... Guffo moves. All right. We're at natural action here. Yeah, Cook gets the ball first and grounds it. Yeah. No try. We should head to halftime at a second here, legends. Bunker decision is done. Dargans, you mean Tiger. The Dargans. Nah, yeah. Well, yeah, they're the Dargans. Of course they're the Dargans, Steph. Of course they're the Dargans. They'll always be the Dargans for us. Always. And there we go. There we go. Sharks and Dragons. 6:18 at halftime. The boos ever so loud here. Nicholas Hines unhappy with the referee here, claiming Gufferson steps in. He is not happy with the call. I thought Guffo changed his leg movement, but that's just my opinion. It is halftime here now. TJC Sports halftime show. Hopefully, we can enjoy legends during it. The chill point of the stream. Feel free to share, like, grab a drink, and enjoy here as we relax, chillax. Feel free to ask all your Origin and other rugby league questions as we wait on for that second half to be underway. Till then, though, I'm TJC Sports, and we'll be here for you to chat with, chilling along. Chilling along as much as possible. Can't be chilling anymore than I already am, legends, or I'd be grilling. Too good, too great, too amazing. Shout out to everyone who showed support on the Dogs and Eels vlog as well so far. If you haven't checked that out, legends, would highly recommend it after this stream. What a unfortunate day it was, but created a pretty good vlog. Really did, legends. Genuinely did. Had to release it a bit later due to the short turnaround of Monday and that, but it's there for you to enjoy it all its glory here. For those of you curious potentially about what the schedule is, and don't worry, legends, I confirm to you, TJC will force himself to make the schedule happen. You have on the Friday a stream of the Titans Manly. Saturday you get 2 streams of Knights Roosters and Cowboys Dolphins. Then on Sunday, you get Buddies Bulldogs. That's right, Buddies Bulldogs. Should be fun. Lachlan Galvin's first start. I'm sure you're going to want to see that. As a Parramatta fan, having to live react to that. And then, of course, after all of that, all right, on the Sunday, you will have a break on Monday. TJC probably won't put anything. Actually, TJC probably won't put anything out on Monday. He'll, on the Tuesday, however, put out a Origin predictions video. And then on the Wednesday, I know that it sounds crazy, but on that, we will have a video and a stream. Right? Because on Wednesday, you're going to get the actual round predictions bit. Actually, no. No, never mind. Never mind. Actually, it's going to change up, legends. Turns out, because the next round starts on a Friday due to Origin, On Thursday, we'll put out the predictions video. On Wednesday, we're doing the Origin stream. Okay, legends? So there you go, all right? That's your week sorted for TJC Sports content as we chase that wonderful next level 5.1k subscribers, legends. Not too far off it right now. Amazing for us. Also, once again, legends, I can't say it enough. Thank you for 5,000 subscribers. Absolutely legendary and a dream come true. Huge milestone for us all. Fitzgibbons at the wheel. Oh, I love this one. Fitzgibbons at the wheel, at the wheel. Fitzgibbons at the wheel. No. No. My favorite at the wheel kind of song is Ollie's at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? We've got... Well, obviously that didn't end well for my club, though. Evening Legends up the wires. Ah, yes. Enjoy it, Mel. Sorry that we couldn't get you guys to first place. Oof. Can't get over the dog's loss. Deep breath, TJC. Deep breath. Would love for the Warriors, though, to hit that wonderful first on the ladder. I did end up watching it, legend, but no stream was possible at the time. But I did end up getting most of it watched, and was an interesting game. That was definitely an interesting game there, legends, from the Tigers and the the Eels. I said the Eels. Why did I say the Eels, legends? This is the rusty TJC because we had a few weeks of not doing proper streams, right? This is the rustiness kicking through. That's my bad, legends. By the way, cheers. You've done very well for a Thursday game. I know how we all feel about Thursday games. Don't stress about it, legends. It was honestly, it was a pretty good game. I was disappointed by a call or two that led to Panthers winning, but also it was just overall a very entertaining game. And now Luo's in Origin with Cleary, so it also was two Origin halves taking each other on. It turned on Wednesday. We'll win the series on Wednesday. Clearly, so we'll lose. We'll see, Liam. We'll see, Liam. We'll see, mate. Probably, but we'll see, bro. Never say never, legend. Never say never. Equal first, law. Equal first for now, right, Mel? Equal first until Dogs and Raiders lose a game, right? That's what we want. We want that to happen, legends. Come on, give it to us. Equal first, lol. Equal first. TJC Sports has overtaken his contemporaries and will only continue to do so, rugby league history. Liam Pritchard says Lachlan Galvin should come to Paradise the Bulldogs. He should have. Liam, but he's a dog now, and we have to deal with the fact that he is nothing to us now. I was never one of us. Was the Eels versus Bulldogs good? I mean, it was. I think we made the most of it, but it's never fun being around Dogs fans. They're literally the worst. I'm sorry, but what they were doing around Belmore and that is not passion. That was just being thugs. They're a very disappointing fan base when there's good fans. I'm not saying that to all you Dogs fans, but there are some really real problems within the fan base of the Dogs that just has never really improved. And now that they're good, it's just becoming worse. And, you know, it kind of sucks that the NRL doesn't say anything about that because, yeah, that for me can tend to be a real problem in the future, especially when they're so touchy. Wouldn't shock me if something went wrong. Overall, though, I did enjoy it. Of course, I made a vlog for it, legend. I vlog every single game I go to, Liam Eames. It's out on the channel as the most recent video there, legends. Who was the best, Panthers versus Eels or Bulldogs versus Eels? Depends, legend. I think in terms of passion, Dogs, Eels, but in terms of safety and chillness, I'd say that it was Panthers and Eels. Really depends, man. I was also a bit gutted because it was just a really average week in general, Legends. Like, I'm not going to lie, especially from the para side of things, not just the game, just other stuff that I won't get into. So, overall, just quite a letdown, you know, but we pushed through it. We made a vlog. It's out. It's doing all right considering it came out a day late and all that. And yeah, we're just streaming and enjoying here this big rivalry game between the Sharkies and the Dragons. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good stuff all around. You love to see it and hear it. Ay. Also, cheers, Legends, to the 12 of you have liked so far. If you haven't liked yet, consider doing so. 18 votes on the poll, 67% of you have gone with the Sharkies to win. And the Dragons, a.k.a. the Dragons, are at 33%. No one reckons a draw, which is fair enough. I don't think this will be a draw either, but you got to throw it out there. The one time there wasn't a draw option on the Cowboys and Panthers game, it ended up being a draw. So there you go. Lee Memes jumps in and says, who will our halves be? Who will be our halves, Moses and Brown out there for the Titans game? Honestly, Liam, look, it's tough to say for certain, but I think that the halves will be, if neither of them play, all right, I think it'll be Hawkins, and then it's a debate that whether you put Volkman or Joe Ash there. All right, that's the debate there, and I personally will back whatever Riles decides on that. That's just, I think that's how it'll go. You could put Dylan Walker there, Legends. You could put Dylan Walker there too, but we'll see. Those are what I imagine as the potential deciders in it here. If Phil Good didn't exist, Galvin would have signed for Parramatta. I know. We don't have the. Yeah, we don't have that pull power of a Gould, which sucks. It sucks, but it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating because he should be an Eel. It's really against history, how history should be. Like, it's just not right. It's just not right. Because most of the time, all we get from the club is, well, we tried. Exactly. We tried, or they were just barely beaten, and they try to move on. One thing I do know for certain rugby league history is that Para do have money to burn. It's just, especially with Dylan gone, it's just about, and a few others will be gone eventually too. Not that everything's been decided already, but we'll have money to burn. And the question is where do we put it now that we've missed out on Galvin? All right. We also have the complicated thing of some of the more obvious solutions aren't off contract till the next year. So what do? Do you slip Joash there for a year or what? What do you do? That's the debate and the tough decisions Riles is going to have to make as a coach, Legend. That's going to be the tough decisions he has to make. I still think Gold is sketchy with his negotiations, but you know what? He gets the job done. Still a conflict of interest, though, that he works on Channel 9 and can deliberately give the Dogs an advantage in terms of what gets covered or what they know compared to other clubs. Isn't quite right. In my personal opinion, Gould should not be working Channel 9 as a Dogs worker, but that's just my opinion. Lachlan, go to Panthers, that Eels. I should have been Eels, JK, but we move on. We don't need it. We didn't want you anyways, Gilman. Yes, there has been some good signings there, but often we are not beat as the post by other teams. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. I agree. We're going to struggle when good teams are also in for players, but with the money to spare, it would be a disgrace for us not to get anything, Legend. That's why I'm confident that Para will be chasing at least, I reckon, a forward in the open market next year. Probably if they can, a 5'8", but we'll see. Time will tell. We've got a great Lorenzo Talentino or whatever coming through he's in flag right now, I'm pretty sure, but he's still a few years off. We can't push him in too young, you know? if you go to, right, Fun Frenzy Tackle, NRL players off contract at the end of 25, all right? If you do that, just bump that into your Google or Safari or whatever you use, you will see that the only players available that are 5'8" that we can really get, maybe that's worth it is, none of those are really worth it, None of those are really worth it. At the end of the day, maybe you could chase, I don't know, Sexton or nah. Not really a fan of any of those players on offer. Do we want a Jake Arthur return? Jack Calder Eels. I wouldn't mind that, JK. I wouldn't mind that, but I feel like that would very much be a stopgap unless he just blows up and he's a bit like a Yogi where Panthers just didn't release his potential. Nathan Cleary at Eels. Get them both at Eels legend. Mitchell Moses 5'8" and halfback Nathan Cleary. Make it happen. Anyways, legends, here we go. Running out onto the field for the Cronulla Sharkies here. 52% possession to Dragons, 48 to the Sharks. Sharks will look to change that in the second half here. Obviously, with them running out onto the field, that should conclude the halftime show for now, legends. It's a full moon here at Shark Park. Does that mean that the once in a full moon comeback is underway in this rivalry game? Will the Sharks manage to bounce back, or will they fall under the pressure? They got to keep moving. As for those of you who don't know, if a shark stops moving, he has no water to breathe and passes away. So they got to keep pushing through it all. Cronulla Sharks and Dragons, second half is underway. And the Sharks with a diving opening catch here through the middle there. Schneider to Eels. Honestly, I would not hate Schneider, legend. I would not hate Schneider at all. Especially not as a fill-in gap role. Would not mind it at all. All right, Brayley taps through the middle and goes here. Brayley pushing forward. Mulatalo playing the ball here. It's not often the winger plays the ball. He runs. Kind of expected. He's not really a playmaker, is he? And Mulatalo held on the 40. That's why they're always flapping around, because they know if they stop, they'll pass away here. Dragons territory. Last play, the Sharks here. Trindle hits it in the air. 50 seconds till the Sharks have a man back. Tyrell Sloan almost falls underneath it. Gets the ball, though. And over a minute gone by in this second half here. Dragons round the left side now. Dragons. If they could just get out of here this zone, maybe we can see something in their opening set. Legend, I would love a Toto, but, we'll see, man. Bro, I would love a... Do you know how much I would love, all right? And hear me out here, okay? I would love a... If you look at our backs versus the Dogs, legend, okay? And I'm going to slot Toto in here, all right? We will never get Toto, all right? Toto will not join Para. I am convinced by that. But if you were to look at our lineup here and you went Will Petticini in one center or Russell, because I think Russell's playing better than Petticini right now. Petticini on a side with Josh Addo, with Brian Toto, and Lomax on the center with Josh Adokar, all right? Lomax and Russell Petticini, your pick in the centers, with a wing partnership of Adokar and Toto would be absolutely insane, but it will never happen. It'll never happen, but it would be unbelievable. For Noah Blake. Last play here. Fifth tackle now. Gets it to Trindle. Trindle with a kick here. Around he goes for Mulatalo. And back around, it's held back. Who knocked it on? That's the question. And it looks like it's going to be a change on the 10 for the Dragons. Oh. Good call by the referee there. Mulatalo, and now the Dragons get to run with it. I just don't know. Are they going to be able to make the difference? Not a huge fan of Bostock, but, yeah, I back whoever sides Legend. Oh, shot there from Mulatalo Legends. What a fun player he is to watch. For his whole junior career, thinking he could represent Queensland before being pulled out of it due to very technical eligibility rules. What was the Sid bin for, Legend? The Sid bin, mates. That was the symbol for Legend. The Sid bin was for he kept holding the player to get his team on side, which is, you just can't do that, Mel. So, yeah, he was put in the bin for it. Don't pay too much attention to what J.K. Stories says, Legend. J.K. Stories is just putting out players that just every good player, you know what I mean, to put at Eagles. Like, that's all he's doing. He's not being serious. Bostock re-signed with Redcliffe last year, but if Parramatta were interested, we wouldn't have got. Traced it was announced he were off contract. Like I said, they are too slow. Yeah, they are too slow, not denying that, Legend. But signings are expected to come in the off-season. Whether they're the first choices, maybe not due to, obviously, that. But signings are coming, Legend. Obviously, if we couldn't get any signings, we wouldn't have a club, Legend, because, players are signed. Herbie Fido was all set through 2023. Was his final year. Brisbane Parish should have been on the phone. We should have been rugby league history, but the club decided they weren't interested. Sucks. They weren't interested. We should have been, though. I agree. Yeah, J.K. Stories wants everybody. I'm back again from State of Origin. Hello, Ezidin. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here, mate. Hope you're doing amazing, Legend. Hope to see you in the next Origin stream, mate, on Wednesday. Dragons, we go to the left here on the 30 now. Back around here. Tongia goes around to the 40 now. Gufferson back around here. Great skills, Jeremy. Good catch and pass. Gets it over to the 30 here. Good play. Gets it around them here. Good set plays. Just keeps pushing it forward. You got to start asking questions of the Dragons defense here. Background left. 18-6. They need to score something. They need to get something to get their momentum up. They have nothing to clutch onto right now, Legends. Will Sharks get more points to win or not? We'll see, mate. Oh, to the right. Lovely. How the heck do you not score that? How? How have you held him up? Oh, my God. A ant could have gotten from that line to the other faster. A snail could have. At least Parramatta, they develop a lot of players way more than the club that tries to say Brad not bought, despite the only 4 players in the top 30 are local juniors. I know, right? I love calling out hypocrisies like that, Legend. Certain club, I think we know the one, that claim they're Brad not bought. Great desperation from St. George Illawarra to keep him out there. No try for Sharks. Ooh. 50 people will be watching that game. Probably rugby league history. Probably. I wait for work, Phil. Good for you, Legends. Good for you. Dragons. Back at around here. Pacifici Tonga. Back round. Through the middle here. Going on with 33 minutes to go. We go to the right. Oh, God. Get Fittler out of my ears. Maroon for life. Damn right, man. Bro, do you think Parramatta will win? I think that they will win 50 plus, man. Don't question it. Was Cup side only lost one game all season so far, which is great to see, Mel. Obviously, we will try to live stream react to the junior finals games, but those will only really be a priority if Para's in them, though we will try to do them. The thing that is guaranteed is that we will be, that's new to streaming for us, is we will be doing the ladies' games this year, which is actually quite soon, Legends. 1st of July, I think. Here's an opportunity, Ramian, so give it a few weeks. Penalty from the Dragons. And there we go. Who do they play? Well, this round we have a bye, Legend, so we're winning 50 plus. And then once we're done with that, all right, and once we got this, all right, next round, we play the Titans. Essendon. We play the Titans. After the bye, we play the Titans. We'll beat both. Let's go. The Titans is a scary game. Oh, it's scary. It's scary, scary, Legend. Nikora, good run. Nikora! 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 And the Sharks just may have a comeback underway here. Absolutely lovely. Trindle, it fell over into the hands, and Nikora, in his milestone game, will bag himself a try. And we're right back into it here. The Sharkies make it 10-18 with a kick to come. This is just how they needed to start their second half. Exactly how they needed it. Couldn't do it any more, any less. Good there from Nikora. I love that up view angle. That's a tough line for him to break through. But he did do it. Job done, Legends. Job done. At least, well, actually, not done yet, but done all right. Hides. Converts. 12-18. Cha-ching. Game on, baby. Game on. Potentially, Legend. Potentially, it will be under question. I mean, I feel like the Cronulla Sharks' lack of consistency should always be looked at like that. Let's see. What's your reaction? Sorry, choked a little randomly. What's your reaction to the Aussies in the World Cup of Soccer 2026? I think it's legendary, man. I was so hyped when I watched that goal to put us into it. Bro, the Socceroos, mate, they could arguably get TJC streams how much I like them, Legend. I love the Aussies, mate. Hopefully, up the Aussies all the way in the World Cup 26, brother. All right? Firmly Aussie. Blake Brayley to Fanua Blake here. Around, he's been strong there. Goes a line forward. Fitzgibbons job. Ivy Cleary, best coach. We'll see, man. We'll see. In Riles, we trust. Fourth tackle. Held on the ground here. We go to the right. Nicholas Hydes here. Nicholas Hydes goes in. Hydes held. Who do you want to win? The Aussies, Legend. The very least. Yeah. Australia will mostly be cannon fodder at the moment. Oh, probably, Legend. Probably. But I was really impressed with our last World Cup Argentina one. I was not the Argentina. I was impressed with our last World Cup, but absolutely, we should probably just be cannon fodder. But you never know. You never know, legend. You never actually know, but we did all right, only being knocked out by the overall winners. We were never going to win the World Cup, but it's impressive that we went toe to toe with Argentina. Hopefully, the Aussies can surprise us. Either way, though, very proud to cheer them on. Touch judge was right there. Foot out. Oh, that was so tight there from Katoa. So tight. After years of simmering rivalry here, could the moment of truth be coming? Matildas will win. Heck yeah, mate. Ashley sat by the billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. That's going to be exciting, JK. That's going to be very exciting. I get to be on the field that game, which is cool. Over to the right here. Clearance in the air. It's a good far kick there. Pressock, I hate them. Love to hear it, Essendon. You'll fit in well. Running towards the 30 here. Held out. Oh, Katoa. Fancy footwork there from Katoa. Oh my God. Back around here. Sharks starting it up again. Nikora. Round the middle here. Sharks looking to force themselves through. This is a huge moment. Huge moment in the game here. Look at the move. Look at the move. Brayley. They hit it in the air. Trindle chasing it. Dragons. That's a push in the air. Oh, it could be a try for Trindle, but I pick force in the air. I pick force in the air, but they're going to give try for now. They'll give try for now, but I genuinely believe getting a bit of asthma. I genuinely believe he was pushed in the air. Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't. Trindle, try. And that's a double for him. A double on a Thursday. I don't see that all the time. Looks like a draw live. It looks like a push live, but there you go. Your team. Fair enough, legends. Fair enough. Hate to hate, right? Much love, Renfrew. Also, the scores before Sharks gave me PTSD. I want Sharks to win, not going to lie. Honestly, legend, I do too. I tipped the Sharkies, but, you know, whichever way it goes, it doesn't hurt me too much. Ultimately, Parrish has got to look at themselves one game at a time, not stress about anyone else. And a double for Braden Trindle here. He kicks forward. And we are level! 18 all. And the Dragons are going, why can't we go back to the first half? It should have finished at halftime. That's what they wanted. A second half was unnecessary to them as it's 18 all now. Oh my goodness, my 30 votes now on the poll. 70% firmly on the Sharkies. Seems like you guys are standing by them through thick and thin. Credit to you, legends, for that here. All right. I'm sure that Jason Reader, George Alarm, maybe not the 13 plus tip, but for the winners, you're right, SS Storm Fair, right now, are probably very happy. The ones that are panicking are probably Liam, Jackie, and that's about it. Probably panicking a little. Should in the AFL. Do you now, rugby league history? Don't tell Entertain House that. He despises Richmond. Not sure why, but he does. Absolutely, Coddy. Yeah, they're being very vocal right now, aren't they? It's credit to them, the Sharks fans. Small but vocal right now. Short of the halfway line here on fourth tackle. Looking 2 more left here. And it becomes 5 tackles on the board. Here we go to the right. Kicks it. Plenty of chase from Kennedy. Oh! Hang on, it's been left in. Who's that? Oh! They're going to call Dragons knock on! Oh, no! Oh, no! No, 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 no! Chill, legends. You can have differing opinions and still enjoy the stream. Oh, pain. Utter pain. Goodness me. Katoa to the right here. Goes alone! He makes it look too easy there! The Sharks lead! I repeat, this is not a drill! The Sharks lead! Play the Jaws music already! They've chomped the legs of this lead out of here! It's filled with the Red V's tears! Cronulla Sharks celebrating with the trainer as they take the lead here. It is 22-18. Katoa playing on the wing, but for that play, running a more central role. Smashes on through there, and they would have thought surely he'd do it. AFL live stream. Probably won't do it AFL live stream, legend. Not a huge fan of it, but happy as well if Stormer premieres. Pretty much Bulldogs vs Saints. Bulldogs vs Saints. Oh, yuck, legend. Yuck. Oh, when the Saints. 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 Saints blow. Oh, when the. Goodness me. Looking for the kick here. Oh, deep breath, TJC. I was kind of after losing the granny to Panthers, bro. Oh, yeah, losing the granny to Panthers must have sucked, man. The Panthers are just... They're not fun to lose to, but no good team is good fun to lose to, I guess. But... Oh my goodness me. Here we go. Sharkies now with the ball. Rushing forward. I can't believe it. They are in a lead with 21 and a half minutes to go in the game here. Back around here. Running with purpose. Pushing forward. They keep playing at it. Going onwards and upwards. For Noah Blake, the former New Zealand Warrior forwards. Yes, we did, JK, mate. Yes, we did. Don't really know how that's relevant, though, legend. Remember, we are watching a Sharks-Dragons game. That guy's entitled to not like Panthers. You like Panthers. That's it. That's all it is. That's the end of it. Will Kennedy running harder here. Goes to Brayley. Hines hits it to the right. Oh. The Dragons have knocked on. I think they'll challenge this one, the Dragons. Surely. Here we go. Challenge. Bro, what did you... Yes, I did. Alrighty, legends. Here we go. Perspective. It definitely touches Ramey and it's perspective now. Yeah, challenge successful. Hits off the hand and continues forward. Challenge successful. Dragons needed that one. And here we go here. St. George Illawarra Dragons through the left here. You just have to ask him, Legend. I've got no clue, but I remember him saying to me, "Oh, you're from Melbourne. What AFL team do you support? Please tell me not Richmond." So I don't know why he doesn't like Richmond, but respect to him. Respect to him. We got no, mate. Swarm leader, all that. Good on you, Hayden. Good on you. Past the 30 here. Gufferson. St. Guffo held. Past the 40 to Clemmer. Clemmer around here. Gets to the halfway line, falling on the 5th. Here's the last play. Flanagan hits it to the right here. Kennedy held back here. All over the top. DeBella down low. Oh, he was just making a point, Essendon. Don't stress about it. He won't be talking about AFL too much. He's just on the topic. I don't mind it when we've got chill streams like this too much, just chatting. But yeah, for the most part, Legends, remember to talk about Sharks, Dragons and all that, and NRL related. You know what I mean? I think for the most part, Legends. That's just a small request. Appreciate you all. Impressed by what they're seeing here. Cronulla Sharks, what a comeback. What a comeback. Back to the left, Wilton. Last play. Brayley. Trendall. To the left here. Mulatalo taken off the ball potentially there, but the referee says it's fine. Tyrell Sloan gets it. Now to the left here. To grand final. I probably will go to the grand final, JK, but we'll see. Seeing Melbourne lose in 2021 preliminary football was extremely satisfying. To be fair, we are Para fans, Essendon, and we don't like Storm at all. And the 1,000 or so St. George fans who made the short trip to Shark Park have gone silent. That they have. I think one of them is my boy Julian. Round the middle here. Round the middle, held back in it. Held away. I went to the Storm preliminary. Did you now, Essendon? Cool, mate. That's cool, Legend. That's cool. Julian Carrots. Julian Carrots Ali. What a name, Legend. Rugby league history. What a name. Gets to the 20 here. Mulatalo to Hines. Puts the ball out in front. Over to Nikora here. Nikora kicks it low here. Now plenty of chase. Sloan's got to get out of the in goal. He can't do it. He's taken out of play in general. Mulatalo is there. He puts his hand out and the Dragons reject it. Was probably going to come out with a miracle play there. He was trying to at least. Sloan, look at him. So close. But it was too good of a tackle. Talakai and Mulatalo cover him. St. George here. They are. They're looking to apply the blowtorch, Legend. Oh, I don't think you're being rude, Legend. I don't think you're being rude, man. When the Panthers versus Tigers, I go for Panthers, but my brother go for Tigers. Well, you're probably a much happier brother than you're between the two of you, but, you know, that's a pretty fun dynamic, isn't it? You must have enjoyed Panthers Tigers. 10 wins in a row against their fierce arch rivals. Possibly rugby league history. Sharks. Over to the 10 here. Held back. Nico Hines. Gets it to Nikora. Here we go. On the charge. Rudolph here. Rudolph Tackled. Brayley plays it in the motion to the right. Nico Hines, Kennedy, and Katoa passes back off the Dragons. However, it wasn't played out. So that is a Dragons ball. Save the Panthers. Save the Panthers. So far. Whoa. Legends. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? In Australia, the new, by the way, I'm young, Legends, all right? For you older viewers, you won't get it. The new rugby league game is going to be M. Wow. That's huge. That's huge. And they confirmed the online interactivity and chat. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait for that. We'll be doing a bit of content on that when that comes out, like every rugby league young creator under the age of 20-something. Luke, my brother goes for Tigers. I go for Panthers. My name is Lachlan. Good for you, legend. Oh, Rugby League 26. I can't wait for that. Yes, I'm young. Or at least I feel young. I feel young. Is 20 young? I'm going to be 20 in less than a week. Is that young or is that old? I don't really know, legends. I don't really know. A lot would say young, but then, you'd have a little toddler go up to you and say, you're old. So I guess it's up to interpretation. Hines. Through to the left here. Going around the side now. Held out in it here. Then it's McInnes' job to run forward here. He gets to ULA now. ULA held. He did very well there. Exactly. 20's young. 20's still young. I'm good. I'm chill. I'm still a young bloke. Good kick in the air to the right here. Wonderful chase. That's it high. Hit back here. And out he goes. You got to give a rap there to Cameron McInnes. Exceptional effort. If 20 is old, then I'm age. I've started making people feel suddenly very insecure about their ages, I feel suddenly, haven't I? I guess I just feel weird about it, It's just weird. It's weird that, because my birthday's on the 17th. My birthday's on Tuesday. It's weird saying, ooh, I'm going to be 20, I won't be able to say teen anymore at the end of my name. First time in a while for that. But, hey, credit to everyone. Yeah, obviously young, not too old to be playing a rugby league game. I look forward to that. Obviously, some of you guys aren't going to be interested in that, but just throwing that out there, there'll be rugby league game content because you better believe I'm buying that game. You better believe I'm going to make the most of it. You look like you're 30. That is, ouch, that's a little hurtful, legend. Then again, whatever, man. Fair enough. That's your opinion. Mate, I was actually one of the younger looking people in my class, so I don't think people fully understand what my group looks like. Mate, one of my mates, Jay, is like, and this isn't a crowd, this is a random guy I know. One of my mates that's Jay is like, is only a year older than me, but he looks like he's 40-something. Looks like he's 40-something, completely unshaven and all that. Alrighty. On the 30 now. Cronulla Sharks running forward here. Mulatalo. Hello. Good run forward there. Held back. Here goes Talakai. Through the middle now. Makes the tackle there. Getting them out here. Brayley to Hines. Gets it short to the right here. You look 20 to me. Appreciate it, Mel. Appreciate it. At least you can see my age. I'm 100. You're 100. You're 100. You're 100. I don't even know how we got on this. I don't know how we got on this topic of ages, but you're 100. Good for you, man. Totally 100, man. Bro, you look 20 to me. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. What do you mean, no, Mel? What do you mean? She's right. She's right. She's good. She's good. Mel speaking the facts. Speaking the facts. How dare you, JK? Right, you're lucky your daddy's 49. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 29 years. Probably not exactly what we're doing right now in 29 years, but we'll see. Probably going to be a bit of a change to my life by then. Quite a bit. You'd hope. That's a lot. That's a lot of life to be living soon. I'm always right. You're right, Mel. We never question you. If we were to question you, we'd just be wrong. Legend, I won't say it here on stream, but don't worry. I know how bad police officers can be, and sorry to hear that. Hopefully your cousin's all right. They're terrible. But that's just my opinion. Won't say too much publicly. And don't worry, I haven't broken any laws. Just family experience. All right. Brayley, to the right here. McInnes! Go, McInnes! No! He didn't get there. Sixth again, though. Our goat McInnes gets it done. Hides to Hamlin ULA there. Hamlin ULA. ULA held on the ground now. ULA. Charges forward, held. Back to the left. We got 10 minutes to go, legends. 18:22 right now. Brayley to Hines to Wilton. It's another 6 again here from the line ball pass. Brayley, Hines, he messes it up. And it's a run for the bell here for the Dragons. The referee blows his whistle for a penalty. And it won't matter now. This is just unfortunate here. This is a really tough one, whatever this is. Penalty. Ooh. Are they looking at a professional foul, maybe? What's he meant to do? How did you expect him to pull out of that? Oh, yeah, no, that's so tough go. That's so tough go here for him. I have way too many to discuss from my memberships. Oh, too many, man. Too much stuff. Bro, I've got a lot of hats. I get a lot of hats and cards. Obviously, where the memberships are stored on, too many. Challenge unsuccessful here. They're going to take the 2 to make it to make it a converted try lead. The Sharks here. (24-18). Here we go. You just got to feel for Dragons. That's a really hard done by moment for the... Sure, mate. Sure, JK. Welcome back, SS. Make it a 6-point lead for the Sharks. He does it. 24-18. God, I can't wait for game 2. 5 days, 21 hours, 32 minutes, and 30 seconds until your legendary game 2 is underway here. We will be live reacting to that on the stream, legends. Do not miss it. It's going to be the highlight of the month, potentially. Doesn't get much more epic than that. Hits it over to the right now. Sharks, Dragons. Who does that end up with? Dragons. And the referee's going to blow for another penalty. Guffo's not happy, saying what for, but he can't challenge. He can't challenge. He can't challenge because there's no challenges left for them. So what's the call here from the ref? Weird stuff. They're saying the kick didn't break 10 meters. I'll tell you what, Dragons really hard done by there. But they don't have a challenge. And that's the tough part, right, of rugby league, when you don't have a challenge and the other does. Nico Hines goes over to ULA. ULA forward there. Rushing forward now. Gets it over to McInnes. Oregon Kafusi through the side here. Nah, not going to happen, JK. If Eels lose to Titans, Eels lose to Titans. I'm a Para fan till the end. McInnes. Nice run there. Almost broke through them again. Dummy! And a try for Brayley, but I heard the whistle, I think. I heard the whistle. Handover. Oh, wasn't square on when he played the ball. Yeah, wasn't square on when he played the ball. No try. Blake Brayley, sorry, mate. No try. We're within a whiff of golden point, potentially, Legend. 6.5 minutes to go. Is it happening? The commentators reckon it might. Do you, though? I never said I'd go for Panthers, Legends, and I never will. Luciano Leilua. Back to Gaffo. Here we go. Dragons. Through to the 40 now. Back around to Bellin. He got a good try before. Oh, what a tackle on Gufferson. CSC for Talakai. Pat yourself on the back, son. 5.5 minutes to go. It's a kick from Dragons. Ooh, he goes alone. It's a good kick. And it ends up with Katoa immediately. Who gets to sprint down the side? 40, 30, 20. And it's the nightmare kick. The nightmare play. And the nightmare try. Sione Katoa scores again. And the Sharks will surely grab the victory. 28 to 18. The second half comeback. No longer the modern faders. Look at that. Just look at it. Sione Katoa. What a take. What a take from Katoa. Was there luck? Absolutely. But it was a brilliant try. Ha, ha, ha. And the Sharks crowd goes wild. 2 tries. Hey, baby. Ooh, I want to know. Will the Sharkies win? Yes, they will. I think they've sealed it, Legend. I do think they've sealed it, man. I do think they've sealed it, but yeah, it'd be the choke of a lifetime if they hadn't won now. 4 minutes to go. We stick through it till the end, always, Legends. But goodness me. Ooh. Obviously, Legends, don't forget, we stream tomorrow also. 7:50, maybe 7:55, we'll see. We stream the Titans taking on the Manly Sea Eagles. Kieran Foran Cup. Who will reign supreme and be victorious? Find out tomorrow when we react to it. 30 points, Legends, right now. 30-18. Very, very obvious they've won. They've won. Paris vs Eels Grand Final 25. That's betting that either club makes the finals, Legend, but would love it. It's not happening, but love it. Vanua Blake. Through the middle here. Vanua Blake. Held. Where's Cronulla Shark 270 right now? Where is he? Where are you, Flanagan? Where are you, ma'am? We need to find you, bro. You've got invisible this second half. Bruv. Invisible. He's 113 games worth nothing, man. Good kick to the left, and it ends up in the hands of him. Dragons running forward here. Under 3 minutes remaining. You got to say you reckon the Sharks probably have this in the bag. Good on them. It's been a hard-fought victory. They had to come back from a mighty lead in the second half. But now they've won by a mighty lead. What is it right now? You know, it's 24 points. Is it, Legends? 24 points and a half. That's just not right. That's just not right from the Dragons. And, it's just classic them. Last play goes to the right here. They needed a 40-20 or something. Doesn't happen. Well, Talo collects it on the goal line here. 2 minutes to go now before it's wrapped up. And the Sharks, they've got it held. Exactly 2 left. Will Kennedy through the middle here. Looks for the pass, but Hines is a bit quick before they could offload. Brayley. Come on, Dargan, says SS Storm fan. Come on, mate. Come on. If you enjoyed the stream tonight, Legends, as we enter a minute 30 to go, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Sharks around here, and weird play there from the Sharks, and it'll be the Dragons' ball. No one really wanted the ball. They all just kind of stood around and watched it hit the ground. Clock's on. Stay in your positions, lads. Here we go. Waiting for the play of the ball. With just over a minute remaining, can the Dragons play for pride here and get a try? Tongia feeds the scrum here. Playing at it. See you tomorrow, JK Stories. Through to the left here. Little, DeBellin, he finds the offload here. He finds the offload, DeBellin. Little now, looking to play it. Little goes to the left here. Flanagan, that was borderline forward. The referee says it was fine. Flanagan plays it to DeBellin. DeBellin forward again here. The try scorer tonight. DeBellin. Smelling a loss right now. 2 tackles left here. Dillard. Here we go. Little gets to Flanagan. Flanagan held. Now Little kicks low. And McInnes gets it. And with 25 seconds to go, Sharks will play out the clock. Bravo. They're going to get the win here tonight. And a great win at that. I want you all to join me in the countdown here, all right? Him in 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. The Cronulla Sharks are victorious, 30-18 over the Dragons, or as we call them on channel, the Dargans. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you were new to keep up with all the legendary content as we chase 5.1k. I will see you all tomorrow for the Titans and Manly. Appreciate every single one of you. What a game this was here. Obviously, Sharks showing the bottlers of the league how it's done. Thank you all very much. See you tomorrow. Let's go, Legends. Appreciate yous.